Sometimes we have to treat those kind of things that we cannot see exactly what they are as a design challenge, for example. So this is a challenge for us to make our own design. So let's move this a little bit this way, so we have space for this thing, which could, by the way, be like this. Yeah, I think it could be better like this. Let's remove the polyframe and see. Maybe a little bit bigger. Yeah, because very small details probably won't do us very good. You see, by the way, how this is a bit smooth. Let me see why. Okay, crease is again at 1. But I made it at 2 and now it's again at 1. But I will add one insert here, so it's better. By the way, I got an idea. Let me try something, if I can. So, I inserted this. Let's try to remove the perspective. It will be easier to select only this row of polygons, then invert the mask, and then put our pivot in the center of the unmasked area and just make it big, 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 big. And then, let's see. And now what I will do, I will push it back and then push it inward a bit. But you see how it's kinda coming from the box itself. It's just yeah, just an idea. I think it's fine. I think it's looking good. I will take one of these cylinders, by the way, on the top. Yeah, when we lose track of our thing. And by the way, it's very interesting why. Since the pivot of rotation in ZBrush, of rotation in the camera, is where you click. So I alt click here, for example, to select this this cylinder, and my pivot should go there. But sometimes the pivot is going like someplace completely else. But of course, you press F if you lose your object, for example, and you cannot return it. You rotate and it's not there. You press F on your keyboard, and it should be framed, because F is for frame. So I rotated 90 degrees. I put it here. I will put 3 of those, but I have to just make them big enough. Why I'm doing this? I imagine this is some kind of filtration system, but it's also a design thing, you know. And this could be like this. Let's increase the smooth subdivision at 4 at least. It's looking pretty bad, but we will add some polygons. I will add maybe even, let's add a bevel. Bevel, edge loop complete. Let's try this. So I'm just beveling here. Let's see how it looks. It looks better, but we need to insert one more loop at least here. Or we can crease the bevel, but no. Oh, why not? Let's crease the bevel. Let's crease the bevel, why not? Crease. And the bevel, part of it is creased, but not all of it. Yeah, the bottom part is not creased. Let's crease, edge loop complete, and crease this. And let's see what happens. I think this is much better. With creased bevels, and even we'll go further than this to take this, invert the mask, move it up, and then put our pivot with alt click on this position icon to the center of the unmasked area and make it like this. So yeah, and maybe crease it at 2. And you see how this is looking a little bit more industrial. So yeah, I was control dragging and it's just it looks like something, but no. Okay, we don't say what it looks like. It's nothing, no problem. Okay, so I will disable the mask by control dragging around the object, and then I'll do those 2 Let me see if I should do a third one. But why not? Let's do a third one. Third one here. And I'm thinking that this is not looking super cool. Why? Because this part here should go a little bit down, I think. I think it should go a little bit down. And this with it should go also a bit down. And see what I'm doing here. When I want to move a part of the object or something, I just mask it and then invert the mask. And then suddenly it's the only thing that's unmasked is this part of the object, and I can move it, I can rotate it, I can do whatever I want with it. So that's the way we do it. Now let's figure out what to do here. Now I want to move this front part, so I mask it, invert the mask, then I put my pivot there with Alt, and then I should put it in the middle, and then I should increase the size of this, so the thickness of this element is kind of consistent all around, because it was thinner here and it was thick here, so now it's better. And let's press D for dynamic subdivide, and let's not be afraid, let's go to 3, increase it, okay. The crease is nothing too much, I mean it's not very nice, but we'll see. Alright, so let's crease also this area, and probably the crease will not be enough to hold the edges, so I will add polygons. I will insert edge loop in the middle or a little bit above here and one below here. So you see, 2 edge loops I inserted because otherwise, and also here, to hold those edges, because the edges were very soft. And since this is a hard surface object, pretty hard, maybe not harder than the gun though, but the gun will have its own properties. So I'm pretty kind of happy with how our object is going. Of course, this cylinder that I took from here is gone. What I mean is I didn't copy it, I just moved it, which is not very intelligent thing to do, but sometimes even the most intelligent people act like stupid guys, you know. Okay, PlayStation 5. No, let's crease it and see what happens. Alright, I'm not sure about those soft edges there. But probably, no, very soft, too soft. I mean, we don't have that soft edges anywhere else, so I will add more loops to hold those edges. Let me try. Here and one in here. Yes, and one I will add here, and probably one in this area and one in this area. So also this edge here will be held, but I have to crease it also. So crease, edge loop complete, okay, press. Now it's creased, and now it's looking much better. Alright, what else? What else we should do here? We should make the color also. And how was the thing, by the way, with text in ZBrush? It was in what menu it was the text? I'm not sure exactly, because I want to put some text in it, which I don't know how to do, because texture is something, stroke, yeah, I have to figure it out. I mean, I have to find it at some point. Maybe it was a brush, text brush. No, there was a text function here in ZBrush with which there is. I mean, there is not. There was. There is. I just duplicate this, put it here. I just don't remember where it is, because just occurred to me. It just occurred to me that we can use it to make some text on this, although it's probably not a super good idea. Why, you will ask? You will ask, but why? I will tell you, because it's a stylized thing and shouldn't have super huge detail, probably. So bevel, this edge, because I like the bevel, yes. Crease at 2, for example, crease it, dynamic subdivide, at 5 and also crease this bottom edge. Yeah, so you see how this Z-Modeler brush is super powerful tool for doing hard surface, and you probably already kind of saw that it will not be of any issue. Let me delete this one. It will not be of any issue, duplicate this one, to make the gun here in ZBrush. It will even be kind of easy. So yeah, stay tuned for that. We'll make the gun soon. But first, I need to finish all the things that are kind of a character based before we start the gun. This is kind of nice. I mean, maybe we can leave it like this. I'm thinking what we can put here, because we will see also this character from behind when we make the turntable, and also when we render it from behind. I will render it from behind. We will not render it from behind in this course, but we will render it from front view as the concept. It will be the same from behind, of course. The render will be, the process of the rendering will be the same. It's just you have to turn it around. But here I want to make some design. So how to do that? Let me think. I can use booleans, for example, but I don't want to use them. So let's do this. Then I will... I'm thinking now. Let's go to insert. Insert the edge loop here. Insert one also in this area. And between them, let's do this. Move this dot down. How to move it without distorting the surface? We can slide it. So I will go to my Z-Modeler brush, of course, again, to the dot. And then I will slide and slide it down and slide this up too. So this is what we have. Next, I will select this with Alt. All those polygons I selected with just pressing Alt and dragging. And now I can go to polygroup, single poly, and just click on them, and they will become another poly. But if we, let's click on them and press Alt a few times, so they are completely different group. Not like this, because they become almost like this group, and I thought that they were exactly like this group, which is not good. I mean, when we have selected them like with Alt, and when we are on polygroup, a single poly, then we can click and just hold the mouse down or the tablet, and then press Alt while holding the tablet down, and we can change through different polygroups. And this way we make sure that we don't have that particular polygroup in all our object at all, which is nice. So yeah, I see here it's it will be a bit of an issue what I'm trying to do, because we have this here. I'm looking at the ceiling, but no, let's try to do it. Extrude polygroup all and extrude it outward. I was thinking of extruding it inward, but it will break my design a little bit. So now we have it. I will move this just with the move brush. Solo mode sometimes helps, because yeah. Now I move them and we have this. Let's dynamically subdivide. Let's crease. Alright, when we crease it's kind of fine, although it's kind of soft, so we need to put at least one edge loop in the middle to hold it in place, and maybe one even in this area. Yes. Okay. So I think this will be our design. Maybe some kind of a interesting, let me think, some kind of interesting thing here will be fine. By the way, if we want to make kind of edge loops, a lot of edge loops in one area, which we want to be on the same distance from one another, we go to insert multiple edge loops, click and drag, and we will have those loops. And they even will have their own polygroups, which can be useful if we want to do, for example, this. You see, it's kind of nice. But I don't want to do exactly this. I wanted to do something similar, but not on all the area, only on the front part here, which could prove to be a bit of a difficult thing. Let me think about it. So I will select all those things, hide them, show only this, show this, hide this, and this with Control Alt click, with Control Shift click, by the way. I'm hiding them, and then I will group visible. So those will be one group, and these will be another group. So now I want again to make those things, but you see, I will do it with QMesh polygroup all. Let me try. QMesh polygroup all is working a bit better, and it's it's kind of interesting design. I mean, it's a little bit too much. Maybe just a tiny bit of this will be fine. Not that much. Not such much. Such much is very nice. Okay, I will add insert single edge loop. Insert single edge loop in this area. So the QMesh will start from here and finish just there, like this. Alright. Let's press D to dynamically subdivide. Up. And it's very nice. I was about to sneeze, by the way, and I tried to pause the recording, but I pressed start streaming. I'm recording, by the way, with OBS Studio, if somebody is curious. And when I recorded with OBS, the recorded files I put in Camtasia, where I put the animation in the beginning and the title of the video, and then I export them into normal videos. So let's see now. We will have one tube going here, another tube probably going back here, or a few tubes going here, I'm not sure, but when we decide where the tubes will go, we will make the places for them to go. So I think we're almost ready with this. Let's make this color. Fill object. Okay, why? Okay, let's fill it. Yeah, the RGB probably is low. Yeah. So fill it now. Now this will be orange. Let's try kind of a orange, just a little bit more industrial orange like this. Fill it. But again, the RGB intensity is low. Now it's fine. And here in the back, probably we should have some kind of a bluish thing again, but it could prove to be a bit difficult unless we do this. So now, not symmetrical. Okay, insert. Okay, why it's not symmetrical? This should be pretty symmetrical. Okay, I'm inserting an edge loop in this area. And what I will do is, yeah, I will insert this edge loop, by the way, but it will be very, very thin like this. And then what I will do is stupid, but I will have to do it because it has to be done, basically. I will mask all of this area, invert the mask, and then move it forward. Then what I will do is I will go to this little polygon in here, extrude polyloop, and I will make sure my orange line is pointing down, and I will extrude it inward like this. So now maybe, just maybe, I can paint all of this back thing here with this color. Let's try that. Okay, let's see. Alright, so this was my idea and it kind of worked, which is thumbs up, which is great, which is nice, which is very nice. I like this. The idea worked and it's very cool. Alright, now Press D to dynamically subdivide the object so we can have some things. Let's crease it. Alright. And this here is yeah, I don't like it. So let's wait for ZBrush. ZBrush, please save. Okay, ZBrush is saving. When ZBrush saves like this, I always pray in my mind, in my subconscious, that it doesn't crash. It kind of never does, but I'm a little bit like with this pop-up windows that freeze your program and you cannot do anything there. When I'm in the middle of some action and it does that, I'm like, maybe it will freeze, it will crash. No, it's pretty stable program, which is great. Okay, let's try to do this. Ooh. Yeah, I'm trying to make this a bit more thin, a bit thinner. Thinner, but I obviously can't. No, probably we can. I will tell you how. Probably we can, but no. Let's do this. Crease. Edge loop complete this edge. Loop. Okay, without the mask. And now we have this kind of angle and we are completely happy. Or at least I am. But it's in the bottom. I thought I make it here. I made it here in the top, but whatever, it's not a problem. It's pretty much okay. We can do it in the top too. How? Just crease this and then take this with a mask and move it back. And it should be the same. Yeah. Pretty easy. I mean, it's to make this kind of things in ZBrush is like super easy and fun. So fill this also, and those probably will be orange. Maybe it will be interesting just to have this kind of contrast, which I like. And also here I will make it blue. Fill it, and this probably blue again. And this is kind of ready. This object. Let's put everything. See everything. Let's remove this, the 3D sketch, delete it even. But this one we will not delete yet, because we have to adjust this and put it there. And we will do that probably in the next video, where we will combine this bottom part and we will put it there. Until then, goodbye. I'm going. And I cannot stop the video because I'm too far away.